good. Good, MP. You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
We know MP came ready to play.
Good, my guy.
Mascot T-shirt Day. We'll be giving out free shirts to every fan in attendance so we can all show off our next pride. Bring the whole family.
A reminder that you can still join us for any upcoming Nats home game. Order your tickets online or at the ticket booth.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word NEXT along with your issue.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A moment here now to see the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. In at forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Filipowski in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Nets, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Wells, and it's Thomas in at the 3 slot. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
So Brooklyn will get the first possession. Shea left side. Shoots the 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Pass to Filipowski. George against Russell. Goes up from the top of the key. A rebound by the Nets. You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process for him.
Boy, a guy like that, Coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for. Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
Here's Wells. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Markkanen. Last game we saw him score 14. Three-pointer. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Wells. Collins grabs the miss.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Outside Markkanen. Inside. Shot's good by Filipowski.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Wells. Markkanen sets the pick for Clarkson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Wells. Here he goes. Off target at the rim.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
To the inside. That's good from Collins on the assist from Clarkson.
Yeah, we know Collins is great from distance, but I'd like to see him inside even more often.
Thomas passes to Wells. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Now, here's Collins. Johnson with some nice D. And he drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
At the line. Well. At the line. 2 times.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you'd better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Russell. Now, here's Clarkson. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Pass to Sharp. Back to Jay. Rebounded by the Jazz. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter, we've got Collier. Williams is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Sexton. And it's Hendricks in at the 5. Down low, here's Sharp. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Cody Williams.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Cameron Johnson's checked in for the Nets. Russell comes in for Wells. And Utah also making a switch. Sensabaugh is checked in. And Sharp drops them both. Jazz trail by 6. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report.
The D's just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Shots good by Sensabaugh.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Johnson outside. It's Williams, high post. Shot clock at 5. Melton. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 3. And it's Sexton penetrating. Here's Hendricks, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hendricks has got his first points in this one.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Pass to Russell. Over Tully. Russell inside. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Sexton on the wing. Clarkson outside. Sexton finds Clarkson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Well, Clarkson's one of those guards who's really good working on the inside.
The Jazz have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That that one drops. He ties it up.
Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. About 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Paxton, a screen on Clarkson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Utah leading. And George kicks to Collins. George sets a screen for Collins. The offensive rebound. Larkin in a screen on Russell. Goes up again, and Clarkson with the layup. Clarkson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson, getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
Russell dishes to Johnson. Shoots over Clarkson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clarkson outside. Pass to Filipowski. And here's Collins. 6 on the shot clock. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
There's Russell with the 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Outside, Markkanen. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Clarkson. And again, it's Utah.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Now Russell. Paxton, a screen on George. Russell from long range. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Howdy. You know, right now for the Nets, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
Moving on, D'Angelo Russell was tremendous in the first half.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half, also made some contested shots, playing with great confidence.
You know what? A couple of times, you could just see defenders hang their heads, man.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Wells is out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Thomas in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against Toronto got the job done. He scored 23 points and on top of that also grabbed 3 rebounds. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling, guys.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Yeah, watching the film of that game, they ran some nice sets for him. I'd expect more of the same tonight.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Russell. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Brooklyn, the season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now.
Well, right now for Brooklyn, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Here's Markkanen following the bucket by the Nets. Outside Thomas. Here's Wells. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Sexton, the pass to Markkanen. Sinks that one from the post. And it's 8 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
Thomas kicks to Wells. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Sexton attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Brooklyn lead.
He's shifty. Sexton can get by you if he's given a lane.
The Nets working the ball around now. Melton passes to Thomas. Now here's Wells. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Wells. Here's Johnson. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. Here's Filipowski. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Lauri Markkanen.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. And it's Wilson in for Cameron Thomas. Wells with the steal. .103 left to play here in the third. And the dunk by Wells.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Jazz trail by 4. Clarkson with the ball. 6 points for him. Releases. Another miss by Utah.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
The Jazz with another miss. Nets leading by 6. Pass to Wilson. And here's Melton. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Clarkson outside. Here's Collier. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Utah, Collier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Martin, and it's Hendricks in at the 5, down low.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Sensabaugh. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Back to Johnson. Beyond the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Jazz trail by 10. Pass to Hendricks. Inside, here's Sensabaugh. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Sensabaugh has got 4 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Sharp, the pass to Wells. Outside Thomas. Misses the chippy right there.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
first one drops. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Here is Russell. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Wells' shot is good.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Jazz trail by 8. Outside Collins. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Johnson with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the back door. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Markkanen. Pass to Collier. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
Now that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Keontae George, he's checked in for Collier. Nets leading by 10. Shea outside. Pass to Johnson. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Oh, and here comes Markkanen all alone. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Yeah, he's certainly not a slow-paced big. Markkanen runs the floor really well.
Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Now, here's Markkanen. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. Sexton off target with the open look.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Russell passes to Wells. Back to Russell. Shea inside. Defended by Sexton. The shot's good from Claxton. And now a 12-point Nets lead.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets leading by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Brooklyn.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shea.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Now, here's Thomas after the miss from Wells. Paxton a screen on George. And it's Russell missing. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 14-point game. The 3 from George. Hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Here's Wells. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Wells has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. And so it's Brooklyn Oakland easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Wins pay the bills, baby.
Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.